EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports! EA Sports! If it's in the game! It's in the game! Go Cardinals! Cardinals! Go Cardinals!
Go Cardinals!
MVP Baseball 2005.
Ready? Watch out! Three foul!
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Dwayne Kuiper here along with Mike Krukow on a great night for EA Sports MVP Baseball. Tonight's game matches the Erie SeaWolves and the Frisco RoughRiders. Here's a look at how the defense sets up to begin the ball game. This guy is okay against left-handed pitching. And here's the pitch. And we're underway. It's a great day to watch some baseball. Perfect weather. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
3 pitches, 3 strikes. Doesn't get any easier than that, partner.
Center fielder. That one's going to fall in for a hit. That's a one-out single.
Jones puts a good swing on the ball right there. That ball really jumped off his bat.
Just watching this right-handed hitter hit, it's like a clinic every day.
He's the kind of guy managers just love. When he's pitching, the relievers usually get the night off.
And a strike.
He'll want to keep that ball down right here to try and get that double play so they can turn 2.
Grounded foul. Tries to pick him off at first. Goes to first again. This one's going to fall in for a hit. He reaches with a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there with 2 strikes, partner.
Now this guy is a middle-of-the-road guy when it comes to his average. Cordero throws a first pitch strike.
On a base hit to right, the runner might hold a third. That right fielder's really got a strong arm.
That's good fundamental baseball. And that play is a fielder's choice. This is a guy who just knows how to hit. Lifts one to right. And he scores the first run of the game. That's some shaky defense, and an error will be charged. Buss steps in at the plate. He delivers the pitch. Misses for a ball.
That was a close pitch, but the ump thought it was a little too far off the black to be a strike.
Misses.
That's a good, hard splitter right there, trying to make that batter go fish for one.
Cordero falls behind 3-0.
He did not throw that fastball the way he's capable of throwing it.
Ground ball pulled down to the left side. And the delivery. That's a 2-out base on balls. This right-handed hitter is not a great average guy, but he's not terrible either. The pitch is hit to center field. And he makes the play. Heading into the bottom of the inning, the RoughRiders trail by a single run. Good, quick hands on this hitter, and that's what makes him so special. That one's hit foul, but there's some room to make a play. He catches it in foul territory. When there's a right-handed pitcher on the mound, this righty hitter can really do some damage.
He'll throw the fastball when he gets into trouble. I think it's his best pitch.
There's a close pitch called a ball.
Hey, partner, he may have held a little back on that fastball. He needs to just let it go. That curveball really bit. Boy, he had good 12-6 drop on that thing.
He belts this one. Going back. Way back. Tremendous over-the-shoulder grab.
That was not an easy play.
Against right-handed pitching, this righty does pretty well. Strike one. Fastball missed away.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
And he makes the catch.
That was a P-Rod. The infielder made a nice play on that line drive.
Hillis comes to the plate.
He is out there with none stuff.
That's strike number one.
His best pitch is his heat, and he throws it often.
It's hit out to center. Puts it away for the out. Splitter up in the strike zone and over the outer half. Pulled to the left side. In foul territory, makes the catch. Rowe is next up at the plate. Up to middle. He's on first with a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder.
The runner is off for second. And they got him by a step.
Nice throw. The runner's got a good jump, but obviously not good enough against one of the best catchers in the league.
Going into the bottom of the second, the score is 1-0. This guy's pretty successful against right-handed pitching. He delivers a strike.
Oh, I'm surprised the batter wasn't all over that delivery. It seemed like a perfect pitch to just crush.
Grabbed by the right fielder.
Well, the hitter just put too much loft on that ball, partner, giving the fielder ample time to stroll over and make the out.
And he takes the fastball up high.
Sometimes you try to make a hitter chase your pitch. That's what you saw with that fastball.
Misses 2 balls and no strikes.
This pitcher has one dominant pitch.
They check at third. He offered at the pitch, so it's a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He put that pitch right where the catcher called for it, and the batter was simply overmatched.
Now 3-2. And he takes the walk.
There's a very good example of a guy being patient. Saw a lot of pitches and drew a well-earned walk.
Inside.
He's got 4 solid pitches that he'll throw in any count.
There's one on with 1 man out. It's a line drive. He's on first with a single.
Kipe, it's just like anything else. On the bases, you've got to be alert. You've got to anticipate. I mean, what a good job of base running he did right there to get from first to third.
Soriano is the next batter. This fella here is not what you would call a batting coach's dream.
This guy usually pitches deep into the game whenever he starts. You will not see him tire out very often.
He hits it to center. The ball settles into his glove for the out. The runner scores on the sac fly.
Hit that ball just deep enough to score the run. That's a good AB.
Well, this guy's always tinkering with his swing. Pitch misses.
This pitcher is not going to strike out too many batters. His stuff is not overpowering.
The side is retired with one man left on base. After 2 innings, the game's tied at 1.
Now batting, the center fielder.
This guy has a great approach to hitting, and that makes him just a pretty special hitter. And a strike at the knees.
I tell you, if he can get that fastball to hit the spots consistently, he's going to be tough to hit. The pitcher threw one right out of the strike zone, and sure enough, the batter went right after it.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
He brings an average 4-seam fastball, a split-finger fastball, and a changeup.
There's a close pitch called a ball.
That was a purpose pitch. He was trying to get the batter to chase.
He fooled him, called strike 3.
God, he put that pitch right where he wanted it. The catcher never moved his glove.
Now it's the right fielder.
Left one out, here we go.
That'll drop in there for a hit. That's another single by Barnes.
All right, who wants to slice it
Now batting,
right here?
the left fielder.
That's his pickoff move. Fastball in there at the letters.
They have a great count to start the runner.
In there for a strike. Out of the zone, that's a ball.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Hit to the right side. He's aboard with a 1-out single.
Now there's a perfect example of sound fundamentals. He did not try to do too much. He just executed on the pitch.
Let's roll through infield. Hey, boys, shoot home.
Hit on the ground to the left side. A run scores on the play.
Well, the pitcher obviously didn't disguise that changeup well enough because the batter was waiting all over for it.
Now at the plate.
Bus up next. First pitch of the at-bat is on its way. There's a strike at the knees.
This lefty has one great pitch, and he'll stick with it to get a guy out.
He sends this pitch to center. He squeezes it for the out.
We got mustard, we got ketchup, we got relish, we got it all for your hot dog.
Guy, if they decide to send a runner home on a hit to right field, I can guarantee you there'll be a play at the plate.
That'll do it for the SeaWolves in the third. Heading into the bottom of the inning, the SeaWolves lead 2-1.
Now batting, second baseman.
That's 98-mile-an-hour heat taken for a ball.
He wanted the hitter to go after his pitch that time.
Nope, missed for a ball.
He brings to the table a 4-seam fastball, a curveball, and a 2-seam fastball.
Three balls, one strike.
When you get a fastball like that, you're not going to give up a whole lot of runs.
Garcia shows good pitch selection to draw the walk.
What's the bunt right here now?
He squared the bunt and then pulled back.
Well, the infielders are thinking too right now, but they also have to keep in mind that this batter can really fly down the line.
Push bunt. They got him for the out.
That catcher's a great fielder. He really got out from behind the plate quickly to field that bunt and make the play.
But it's a foul ball. Hit sharply into left field for a single. He reaches with a base hit.
From the time that ball at the bat, that ball had no chance of being caught.
And the delivery. In the air foul, but there's room to make a play. The ball is hit out to right. The catch is made. The runner scores on the sacrifice fly.
To me, that's a successful at bat. As a batter, anytime you can drive in a run, you've done your job.
Come on, get your hustle.
Two outs. A bit high, 1-0.
Right now is a good time to send the runner.
He tries to pick him off. He tries to keep him close with a throw over to first. Two balls, no strikes.
He poured that fastball just out of the zone. Tough pitch to hit, but the batter didn't offer.
Snare misses again. The count is 3-0.
That change just missed the target on the corner of the plate.
He walked him on 4 straight.
It looked to me like this guy's just trying to be too fine. He's got to be more aggressive. Challenge the hitter. You're killing me.
When this left-handed hitter steps in against a right-handed pitcher, the result is not pretty.
This pitcher doesn't win games by striking out every batter he faces.
That's a fastball strike at 95 miles an hour. Pitchers ahead, 1-2.
He was thinking about something else with that swing.
Gets the strikeout. With 3 innings played, it's a 2-2 tie.
Now plate, the catcher.
Hillis takes low for a ball. Weakly hit. And it drifts foul. The count's 2-1.
The catcher set up on the corner, but the batter showed a good eye and took the changeup for a ball.
He goes with the pitch and hits a fly ball to right. Puts it away for the out.
Batter just got under that one. The fielder had no problem getting the out.
Base is empty with 1 out.
Ooh, that was a nasty pitch. He may not have hit it even if he swung.
On the ground, cuts it off. Got him for the out.
Now batting, shortstop.
And a breaking ball misses 1-0. Out of play. Takes low.
The batter wasn't even tempted to swing at that pitch. That heater was way out of the strike zone.
On the ground. He retires the side in order. Heading into the bottom of the inning, it's tied at 2-2. He's looking for his second hit of the day. He drills it deep and gone. Home run.
I thought that thing was going to leave the yard altogether. What a shot! Well, he was not expecting that pitch, and it was obvious by the stunned look he had on his face as he watched it go by.
On a line up the middle. He's rounding first. Soriano gets a double.
Right, the scouting report tells me that runner will not be rounding third on a hit to right field. That guy out there's got one of the best arms in the league.
This batter isn't going to turn any heads with this swing.
All this guy's got to do is hit the ball marginally deep, and they should score the run from third easily. Kipe, he had to have been looking for another pitch. That looked really hittable.
He hits it up the middle. A run crosses the plate.
That was a shot. Good thing it didn't hit anybody. He could have taken an infielder's arm right off.
That's the fourth run allowed by Snare. Pitch taken for a ball. Tries to pick him off. Nope. Garcia hits this one to second. Good hard slide at second.
Oh, that's a great job by the shortstop to absorb the contact and still get the runner at first.
With 5 innings remaining, the score is 4-2.
Now batting, the center fielder.
He hits it to center. The ball settles into his glove for the out.
Well, Kipe, he had a good pitch to hit, but just didn't get good wood on it. The fielder made an easy play.
One down out here. Let's go one down.
He crushes it. Over the shoulder, what a catch.
Oh, man, a pitcher loves it when plays like this are made behind him.
You're down out here. Strike ball.
Kipe, he had to have been looking for another pitch. That looked really hittable.
Ball out of the zone.
Kipe, that splitter may have been a ball, but it wasn't a bad pitch. Splitters aren't supposed to be strikes.
He's on first with a base hit.
Hey, if he starts getting hit like that, he's not going to throw too many more splitters.
Line drive hit back up the middle. He's around second. Jimenez reaches with 2 down.
Kipe, it's just like anything else. On the bases, you've got to be alert. You've got to anticipate. I mean, what a good job of base running he did right there to get from first to third.
Now at the plate, the first baseman.
Left-handed pitchers won't be worried too much about this hitter. Hit on the line the other way. And a run scores. RBI base hit.
Nice work by the base runner to go from first to third on the single. The manager's got to be pleased with the job they're doing on the bases today.
Hit on a line. A run comes in. RBI base hit.
Cut, that's a good-looking swing. He got himself a base hit.
Hillis digs in at the plate. And that's strike one.
Pitcher failed to execute on that pitch, and the ball ended up fatter than a Thanksgiving turkey. But apparently the batter was full because he did not take advantage of it.
2-1 count. That'll do it for the SeaWolves in the fifth. After 4.5, the game's tied at 4. What a shot! That one got out of here in a hurry.
Ball just jumped off his bat. Onto that ball carrier.
He sends this pitch towards second base. That's out number 1. Line shot up the middle. He reaches with a 1-out single. The SeaWolves have a righty warming up in the bullpen.
Hey, middle, let's stay tight.
Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. He sends it over towards first. He's out. Rincon is the hitter. Takes low.
That one really missed the target.
There's a strike.
The key to scoring a lot of runs is cashing in with runners in scoring position. Now let's see if this guy can cash in with this guy on second.
On the ground. That's out number 3 with 1 runner left aboard. With 4 innings remaining, the score is 5-4. This guy isn't going to raise any eyebrows with his average.
Ball.
Takes a pitch high. Nobody out. Strokes this one into left field. The catch is made.
Batter lofted that ball too much, and the fielder was able to stroll over and make the play.
Hit to right field. Makes the catch to record the out.
Now at the plate, center fielder.
2 outs and nobody on. He hits a tailing liner out to center field. And he makes the catch. Heading into the bottom of the inning, the score is 5-4. The bottom of the order's coming up. Swings through a fastball and misses. Hops him up. He catches it in foul territory. The RoughRiders have some pitchers up in the bullpen. Pitch taken for a ball. Oh, what a catch!
Now there's a good defensive play. Even though the line drive was right at him, it was by no means an easy play.
Taken for a ball. Garcia takes inside.
Part of that fastball looked a little flat. This guy could be running out of steam.
3 ball, 1 strike count. And he's on first with a walk.
Nothing positive comes out of this guy nibbling. He's falling behind, he finally walks the guy.
Garcia steps into the box. He came up with it.
Hey, partner, we come to expect plays like this from this guy. He's a great fielder, and he showed off his glove right there with that diving grab.
With 3 innings left to play, the SeaWolves trail by 1. It's time for the 3, 4, and 5 guys. On the ground. That's a leadoff single. The SeaWolves have someone loosening up in the bullpen.
Now at the plate, the left fielder.
Over to first with a pickoff throw. He puts the ball away for the out. The SeaWolves have pitchers warming up in the bullpen.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
That's 1 out. Here we go.
1 on, 1 out. Pop up. He closes his glove on it for the out. The corners are playing the lines. Bus takes his turn at bat. Laid off the low splitter.
Right here could be a good time to start the runner.
The pitch is stroked out to right field. He's on with a single.
Good execution there. Now they have a runner in scoring position, and they're threatening.
Out of the zone, that's a ball.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
He goes with the pitch and sends it out to the right. It's time for the 7th inning stretch.
Now the manager's got to be thinking, do I play it safe and bunt, or do I let him swing away? Let's see what he does.
He inside outs the pitch to the right side.
Now at the plate, right fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat is on its way.
He didn't get the bat head out in front of the plate, and he just fouled it off.
0-1. Ground ball up the middle. He's on with a 1-out single. The RoughRiders are getting their bullpen ready.
Now batting, the left fielder.
High breaking ball.
Partner, this dude's got some wheels, and he knows.
He goes to first. Cram takes one low. That one's hit foul, but there's some room to make a play. He makes the catch in foul ground. The RoughRiders have a double-barreled action in their bullpen.
Tell you what, this guy's got an uncanny knack for picking good pitches to steal on. He may be going right here.
That's a great running catch.
That was not an easy play.
With 2 innings remaining, the score is 5-4.
Bringing in a righty to face the right-handed hitter is a good move, partner, because it creates a mismatch in the pitcher's favor.
Now at the plate, the catcher.
This guy is great at getting the bat on the ball. Hillis takes one, and it's inside.
That pitch just missed the catcher's target on the corner of the plate, and it was taken for a ball.
The catch is made by the first baseman.
Here we go, 1 out.
Started to swing at that pitch, but he held up in time. He hits a roller to the left side. And he's out at first base.
He really doesn't make a very good throw here, but lucky for him, his teammate picks him up and makes a play out of it.
Hey, we got 2.
Hey, when the cutter's coming over the plate, the batter does not have a chance.
Hits it into foul territory. He could be the go-ahead run. He let strike 3 go right by. Heading into the bottom of the inning, the RoughRiders lead 5-4.
This is a good move, Kite, because right-handed hitters have some trouble picking up off-speed pitches from right-handed pitchers.
They get the out at first. Soriano will bat next. Pitch misses, says the umpire. Hit the other way out to right. Puts it away for the out.
Batter just got under that one. The fielder had no problem getting the out.
Laid off that one for a ball.
That just does not look like a very good fastball to me.
In there for a strike.
That's a perfect example of a slider. You want about 6 inches of break with a little bit of tilt on it, and that had both.
Ground ball hit to the right side. Out! With 1 inning left, the RoughRiders lead by a single run. That's all for him today. It's now up to the closer to put this baby to bed.
Now at the plate, the center fielder.
It all comes down to this, the final inning. He turns on it and hits a fly ball to right. And he makes the play for the out.
Got underneath that ball just a little too much, and the fielder had no problem making the play.
Yeah, let's go. We got 1 down. Ball.
Barnes takes low a ball. That one's driven way back. Just missed a home run. That's a 2-bagger.
Now at the plate.
That ball didn't carry as much as I thought it would and just fell short of a home run.
Inside 1-0. And the pitch.
Ball.
Takes a pitch high. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll take a seat.
Now at the plate, designated hitter.
This one is over. The Frisco RoughRiders win it by 1.